topic is the Vedic civilization, and Vedic civilization is the ancient civilization in the ancient period of Indian history. Vedic civilization has a great importance in our Indian history. So students, what is meant by the Vedic literature? Basically, sorry, the civilization, it gave best on a Vedic literature. Whatever the Vedas, what are that Vedas we are going to learn? This civilization is based on that Vedas. It means Vedic literature. That's why it is known as the Vedic civilization. If anyone asks you what is meant by the Vedic literature, then you should be answerable. The civilization is based on Vedic literature is known as the Vedic civilization. And students, the Vedas are considered to be our earliest literature. Means this is the beginning of our literature. Whatever your Veda, Samveda, Atharva Veda, Rug Veda, Yajur Veda, Atharva Veda, Rig Veda, all these Vedas are our first literature. These are our first literature, and these Vedas are composed by various sage, various rishis. Like we have a rishi, muni, so many. That where rishis, they have composed this Veda. Students, we all are knowing about the Ramayana and Mahabharata. Even this Ramayana and Mahabharata is also composed by various rishis. So that's what that's considered in a way that considered in a literature of a ancient period of history. So basically, Vedic literature is in Sanskrit language. All that Vedic literature is available in a Sanskrit language. That's why Vedic literature is very rich and has a diversity. Diversity means not on a single topic only. You can see a variety in this literature. And the first text of Vedic literature is the Vedas. Okay, the Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samveda, and Atharva Veda. These are the 4 Vedas in a Vedic literature. And in a Vedic, whatever the written things written in a Veda, that text is known as the Samhita. That writing is, suppose in Rig Veda they have written any kind of one shlokas. So that text, that writing is known as the Samhita. Basically, with this with means the know, to know. With means to know. Okay, and this term Veda, Veda word derives from the Ved. Ved means to know. That's why this Veda derives come with. So that's why this Veda means the knowledge. Veda means the knowledge. If anyone asks what is meant by the Veda, then you should be answerable. Veda means knowledge. Veda means knowledge. Okay, students. The Veda, it has that we have learned in our second lesson, oral sources. That in that oral sources also mentioned that Vedic literature gets preserved by the oral tradition. Okay, oral tradition. That's when these Vedas are also called as the Shruti. These Vedas are also called as the Shruti. Okay, students. Then the first we are going to learn about the Rigveda. That the each verses means each line in a Rigveda is known as a Richa, and all together this Richas is called the Rigveda. And in Rigveda, what is written? They written the how we are supposed to praise our deity. Deity means how to praise a God. Okay, Okay, this is mean by the Richa. Richa means what? Richa means a verse or line that they compose to praise a deity. When a number of Richas they put together to praise a particular deity, this poetic composition is known as the Sukta. See, every line, each line in a Rig Veda Samhita is known as what? Richa. And these all, when all number of Richa all togetherly, if you wanted to praise a particular deity, that poetic composition is called a Sukta. And the Rig Veda consists of many Suktas. Suktas means in Rig Veda, they have written how we have to suppose to praise a very particular deity. Second is the Yajurveda Samhita. Yajurveda means what? That in Yajurveda, how we are supposed, which kind of the mantra we have to utter during the yajna. See, in this picture, you will observe it carefully. Here, one person is seated and offering puja to a particular deity. But offering a puja to that particular deity, what kind of mantras is to be used? It is written in a Yajurveda Samhita. Basically, बहुत सारे यज्ञ होते हैं, तो हर एक यज्ञ के लिए बहुत सारे मंत्र होते, तो हर एक के लिए कौन सा मंत्र बोलना चाहिए? That is written in a Yajurveda Samhita. Just write the various mantra that Mangala Mangalle Shivi Sarvat Sadike Sharanya Trambake Gauri Narayane Namostute. So I guess you have heard about such kind of the mantra. Okay, so that mantra, which kind of mantra we are supposed to use during a yajna, that mantra is written in a Yajurveda Samhita. And in this, in the Yajurveda, it includes some lines also, and even a poetic incantation. Incantation means a poetic lines, verses are also explained. Then the Samaveda Samhita. Samaveda means what? They provide a guidance on singing Rigvedic verses that we have learned. In a Rigveda, they have written that how we are supposed to praise a God. Okay, and here Samveda, they provides a guidance how we are supposed to sing with a set of rhythm and tune at the time of the yajna. This Samveda has contributed a major way of laying the foundation of Indian music. Means this Samveda Samhita is responsible for the foundation of Indian music. These are what? Foundation of Indian music. So students, third one is the Atharva Veda Samhita. The Atharva Veda is named after Atharva Rishi. Its name is Atharva Rishi. So what is written by Atharva Rishi? They have written that how that with many things in the day-to-day life of the people, it includes that what is the day-to-day life of the people, how we have to get the information. Okay, we get a solution on a various problem, just like your adversities means your problems, your diseases. And even Atharva included, Atharva Veda is also included information about the medicinal herb. Medicinal herb means just like your tulsi, neem, such kind of, you all are eating that leaves. So what kaise medicinal herbs, how it reacts on your body. It was written by the Atharva Rishi in a Atharva Veda. Even we all are aware about that. If you're facing difficulty of stomach ache, तो stomach ache में लिए कौन सा medicinal herb लेना चाहिए? So that is also written in Atharva Veda, and even this Atharva Veda gives information and it gives the guidance to a king how they are supposed to administer their kingdom. Just from your maths textbook, you are aware about how we are supposed to do the calculations. From the science, you are going aware about various experiments. In the same way, through this Atharva Veda, king get a guidance about that how we are supposed to administer his kingdom. Then the various Brahmana texts, Aranyakas, Upanishads are also written in a Atharva Veda Samhita. See, Atharva Veda Samhita, what is written? Atharva Veda Samhita, they have written a Brahmana text, Aranyakas, and the Upanishads. So what is mean that the Brahmana text? See, Brahmana, Aranyakas, Upanishads, all these three are a part of the Atharva Veda Samhita. So first part is the Brahmanas text. So Brahmanas means what? This Brahmana text give a guidance on using Vedic mantras in a yajna rules. Matlab, while doing yajna or yagya, okay? What Vedic mantras, what kind of Vedic mantra should be speak out, that is composed in a Brahmana text, and each Vedas has an independent text called the Brahmanas. What is mean by the Brahmanas? That each Veda independent text. Each Veda has an independent text. That text is known as the Brahmanas. Students, is a very important that we are going as at the point of your exam. Second one is our Aranyakas. So what is consist in Aranyakas? In Aranyakas, it consists that the reflection in Aranyakas is the reflection or thought expressed after meditating the deep concentration in a forest. If suppose in a forest, if you are meditating with the deep concentration, okay, so it gives a reflection thought. And even Aranyakas is also a concern the accurate performance of yajna rites. Means in yajna rite, what kind of performance should be there, how we are supposed to behave, okay, everything is included in a Aranyakas. Students, everything is included in a word Aranya. If you are aware, teacher has taught the synonyms of run in Marathi. It is a Aranya. Aranya means in jungle. Whatever if you are doing the meditation and deep concentration, after that it reflects and thought express after the meditation. Okay, students. Then we have a Upanishad. So the what is mean by Upanishad? The term Upanishad indicate the knowledge acquired by sitting at the feet of the teacher. Feet of the teacher means that the मतलब जो teacher के पैरों में बैठ के, okay, this we get the knowledge that is mean as a Upanishad. What is the exact meaning of the Upanishad? It indicates the knowledge required by sitting at the feet of the teacher. And the students in Upanishads, it also what they have written, the human's behavior and various events from the life to the death. And students, it is not easy to find the answer to them, but whatever our problems in our life, It is sometimes, if it is difficult to find the solution, then the Upanishada, they discuss and they guide to find the solution. Okay, and that we have learned that the four, there's a Vedas, Brahmana Vedas means all types of Vedas. That is your Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, and Atharva Veda. In Atharva Veda, what contains Brahmana text, Aranyakas, and the term Upanishadas. Okay, these four Vedas and the Brahmanas, Aranyakas, and Upanishads, they compose all these things. It never composed in a 1 year. एक साल में 2 साल में ये कंपोज नहीं है. For the composition of this, it took 1,500 years. How many years? 1,500 years. This much time is taken by rishis to compose all these things. And when the time passes, definitely there is a changes in the Yajunas, Vedas, and Brahmanas. That's why the Vedic literature is an important source for the study of that changes and the day-to-day life in the Vedic period. See, in that just nowadays in our modern periods, we are blessed with the various facilities. But in Vedic period, this Vedic civilization is helps to survive in our life. Our family system and day-to-day life of the Vedic civilization. Students, in a Vedic civilization, joint family system has a great importance in this time. In the family system of Vedic period, Grihapati was the head of the family. Grihapati means what? A man responsible for a family. Students, Grihapati. In many more houses, their mother is responsible for their family. Their grandparent is responsible for the family, or the father is responsible for the family. So at that time, Grihapati is the responsible person. And in Vedic period, male-dominated culture was there, so that the man is responsible for the family. But nowadays, Grihapati can be anyone, whether it is your mom, whether it is your dad, your grandparents. But in a Vedic period, man was the Grihapati. And in this family, in a joint family, what included? Old parents means your grandparents, okay, and the wife, children, and other families of the children, the younger brother and their families, means your uncle, auntie, all are included in a joint family system. This family system was a patriarchal. Patriarchal means more than the what is mean by the in patriarchal means that the women are expected to be obedient. Obedient मतलब हमेशा सबका मानना चाहिए. That is the exact meaning. Means if anyone instruct to the woman, she has to follow. That is a patriarchal society. Okay. But in the initial period, there are reference to the women scholars. Women scholars भी हुए थे in Vedic period में. जैसे patriarchal society था, गृहपति system था, उसमें भी famous women scholars भी थे. Just like your that is mentioned in a Lopamudra, Gargi, Maitreyi. These are what Vedic literature. And then later on, the slowly restrictions on women went on increasing, and their position in the family and society become secondary. Secondary means what? First importance they started to give to the men, then later on to the women. And student, the houses during the Vedic period it is made up of the wattle. Wattle मतलब जो गोबर रहता है ना, गोबर shade. With the help of that, even with the help of the mud. Wattle means wattle. Wattle means what? That the women lattice wooden strips. See, in a village, if you have see the walls of their houses is made up of the wood. Okay, these are what the wattle. Have you seen in villages? Okay, so their houses are made up of it, and even a cow dung. Then later on this they mix the cow dung and the mud. Okay, in a pre-Vedic period they don't have the houses like us, that it is made up of cement and brick. They started, okay, they started to see it again. Then they later on, house is called the griha. The houses in a Vedic period we called it as a griha. What we called griha. And the griha and the diet of the people, what the people they all are eating, they eat the mainly cereals, wheat, barley, and even the women, that they have a different preparation word, yava, rihi. मतलब इसका यही मीनिंग होता है, your cereal, wheat, barley, rice, cereal. But what is written in a Vedic period, what they call this is, they called it by this as a gadhum, rihi, yava, and it is found that the yava means what? Barley. Yava means what? Barley. Gadhum. Gadhum means wheat, and rihi means rice. Okay. Then Vedic period, they also include in their diet milk, yogurt, ghee, butter, honey, black gram, lentils, sesame meat. These are also part in their diet. Then later on, people in the Vedic period that we have learned in Harappan people, they used to wear a cotton. So it means that the villain people in Vedic period, they used a woolen garments. Even they also used a valkal. Valkal means what? The cloth which is made up of bark of a tree. जो ट्री के barks होते उससे भी वो as a clothes they wear it. Okay. Then the men and women, they used gold ornaments. Both men and women, they also like to use the ornaments which is made up of gold, flower garlands, strings made up of with a various bead. A kind pendant is called a nishka. A kind pendant is called the nishka. Seems is to be a popular in this time. And students, the singing, playing musical instrument, dance, various board games, chariot race, hunting, these are the means of their entertainment. Suppose if you get bored, you see movies, you dance. But in a Vedic period, what they did, they sing, they play musical instrument, they dance, they board games. Okay, and even the main musical instrument get used in a Vedic civilization, that are veena, shatatantu. Shatatantu, it's kind of the veena only. Shatatantu, cymbals, and the conch. These are instruments they all are using. Percussion instrument. Percussion instrument which creates a sound with a wind. That means that we have to tap a plain surface पे tap करके हमें जो voice मिलता है, that is your percussion instrument. For example, your damru and the mridanga. So students, till here only we will learn. Next we will learn in our next half part of the lesson. We will learn in a next lecture.